Welcome back, everybody. It's me, your girl, the Teal Empress. I don't like how that's shaking. And before we begin, I invite you to, hold on, let's get this fixed. Well, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe because that's how we grow, y'all. And I know I'm coming in late with this reading. Oh, Divine said no. We're not late. I feel like I'm late because the time it is, I'm looking, it's 8:22 right now, and I had to work today, y'all. Before I get with it, because Spirit's ready to go. Welcome, I am the Teal Empress, y'all. This is going to be a winter solstice energy reading. Got so much to say. I am a master Reiki energy healer. I am also a master energy reader, and that's what I do here on my channel. And so, welcome and welcome back. If you're coming back, welcome back, fam. And so, yeah, I worked today like most of y'all watching. So I rushed home, got me something to eat, and I was like, I got to get this reading out because, there's just so much that's been given, so much downloads. And I don't like the shakiness, y'all, at all. Because it's all about grounding, having that firm foundation. Right, so let's just jump right into this. Yeah, so I always like to begin with any channel messages I have, any downloaded messages that may come from source that needs to get out to the collective because that's what I do. And I pull from many different streams of energy for y'all. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to do that shaking because I move so much with my energy work and how I've got it set up. It's gonna move. I may just have to grab hold of it. So there's something there, y'all. Y'all may have to just grab hold of something. And that's exactly what's happening. So, yeah, I'm going to pull many different messages from many different streams. Ultimately, it all is oneness. And it's about higher consciousness. That's what I do here. I read from a higher consciousness. I can break it all the way down. I can come up and down the ladder. But I choose to share and live in the highest light. And, that's my mission. And that's for all my eagles and hawks and birds flying out there, ravens, crows, whatever you associate with cardinals. It's all about flying high, that higher consciousness, and not being complacent with staying in one place. It's all about movement, growth, and ultimately finding oneself, which is the key. And self-love. Yeah, which we've all been taught that is selfish. Selfish. There's something there. I don't know. I'm seeing that card, the Hermit card. Really looking at that selfish, shellfish. So, yeah. So collected. So the winter solstice, and so I'm just there's so much I want to give you. So I was rushing home and ready to get this message, and that was in divine purpose, y'all, because it was now it's time about kicking your feet back, relaxing, really taking in what's happened, not being in a rush, because this being the solstice, this is the longest night of the year, or the way I look at it, the longest day of the year without the sun, away from the sun, and you can feel it. So, in whatever form or fashion, if you're watching this, you felt that energy today. If you didn't even know what it was, that's what it was. It is the longest day away from the sun. And, woo! Yeah. There you go. There's something to think on. That's a little energy that you can really grasp hold of. But so, 2020, we all know, we thought it was the breaking point. It was the tower moment. The way Spirit showed me, it was the vessel being completely broken. And with that, there was clearness, translucentness, whole, everything being broke down. There was nothing hidden anymore. And if you didn't think that was hard enough, 2021 seemed to be even harder because now, but looking back, that's what Spirit wants you to do during this time, is take this solstice, this very shadow time to really look back over the year of, because Spirit said 2021, even though it was so much harder, it's because you really had to stand alone. You really broke barriers. You really put up barriers. You really started. It was, the vessel was broken in 2020, but the potter's hand built that vessel back up. And you know how painful both aspects are. It was a process. And for my collective, those who have been on this journey and been mindful and have made those steps forward, and even with those steps forward, that comes with taking steps backwards. During this time, you have really allowed yourself to, you've been molded totally different by the potter's hand. That's just how I see it. So now there's, the vessel's broken. Now the vessel's been made brand new. And so what that looks like too is, so on many different aspects. So you've had to really, that divine feminine had to rise. You had to nurture yourself, use everything at your disposal, because you realize you're, a lot of people, you were the only one. You cut so many things away, and that was for that time. And then also, then the divine masculine had to come and protecting, you know, been brought with all those borders. And there has really been that yin yang, but now, and y'all have done that. And so before I move over to the now, and before we get into the card reading, Spirit wants me to really, almost like force you to really look at how far you've come. And say force because it's hard for you to see. Because you've been working that 10 of Wands collective this whole year. Been like so much movement, so much work, keeping yourself busy, moving from everything that's happened that you don't, like, you see it, but you don't see the growth. And Spirit wants you to take this long night, this longest time away from the sun, to really look and how much you have grown. How much you have grown. How much work you've done. Yeah. So just really, really, really look at where you are. What you've done. I feel so overwhelmed for you, because you have grown so much. Now, round that up. Here, going into 2022 collective, this new cycle, this ultimate new age along with it, everything being brand new. And Spirit's been trying to prepare you for, you know, saying, get ready to receive. Well, that is going to happen for you during this time of 2022. And, you know, it sounds like, oh, yay, I'm ready to receive. But that's going to be the challenge of 2022 collective. And you're like, well, why? Well, because you've done so much growing. You've done so much cutting away. You know that you can stand on your own. You know your worth. And now you're really going to have to practice what you preach. And it's not that you hadn't already. Spirit's talking about love. Yeah, that's right. Don't run. Don't turn this off. I know you want to run. You've done so much healing. The thought of the love, you know, that Source is talking about, you want to run from. Does that chaser become the runner? Light? Is there a flip flop? Oh, okay. I don't know. There's something there. But what is going on is, so Divine Feminine's risen. Now the Divine Masculinine's really risen and protect everything. So you're asked to actually not only speak of love and love, because you love all the time, but and loving your goings and comings, but to actually let love in. Yeah, that's going to be the challenge. That's going to be the challenge, because you've done the healing. You know who you are. And at this next stage, it's going to be, you're going to have to relinquish control now. Yeah, Spirit wants you to learn and gain control. Now it's time to share that. And that will be the challenge, and will also be the gift, and also be the blessing for you during 2022. Collective. So, yeah. No, I hear, if you really try to center yourself and stay present, it will smooth so, like, it will just flow, and you will be able to just see that the, gifts coming down. You've got to do that because it's going to be the opposite of what you're used to. You're doing new things. You're starting a new fool's journey. You're taking a risk. You're looking for what makes you happy, and then what makes you happy. There's you know that this is to be shared. Yeah, that is love in action. Because love is action, love is motion, love is sound, love is movement, love is force, love is high, love is wide. So now it's time to fill that vessel. So what are you gonna fill it with? Are you gonna fill it with? You're gonna go back to with the illusions and all those things that you've let go of? Are you gonna fill it with these new things that are gonna be a risk, things that are different, things you've never done before? So that's where we're at. So, I did pull a spread from Pinterest. This comes from Denise Kale, Kale, and I got this off Pinterest. It's the Winter Solstice. This is going to be a 6-card spread, y'all. I am guided to use the Steampunk Tarot, and we are going to just jump into this. So, Holy Spirit, Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, what do you have for my collective's highest good? What do they need to know for this winter solstice, for this new season? This is ultimately a new season tarot spread. All right, so we know that I'm seeing again that wheel with Cancer at the top, which is all about nurturing, free flowing, tenacity. I'm seeing that Mercedes side, and then it's Pisces. It's all about that spirit, and it's fulfilling, and it goes round and round, and it's easy, and it's twins, and it's flowing. And then I see that Scorpio, that death, which is very beautiful, but it's not that. It's mysterious, it's sexual, it's sensual, it's creative, it is life-giving. Mysterious. See all that water energy. And then there's another wheel on wheels. That fire. So, over that wheel of water is a double wheel that's bigger, but they're still, they fit nicely together. And there's the fire signs. All right, we got Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Wheels on wheels on wheels. Going somewhere. Right there. Alright. This first card's going to be, what is the card? This is going to be representing what is the new season as a whole. The new season of it as a whole collective is the 7 of Swords. It's about taking those swords out of this house. You're not running. You're taking them. You've got balance in them. You're looking back at it, and you know you realize what it is. You're walking away, and oh my gosh, look at this third eye. This symbol. You're walking away from. I feel like this is cults, religion, schools, any indoctrine that had been pierced through your eyes, and you see clearly now, and you are taking those swords and. Look at that wheel on her belt. You are taking your intuition. You're taking these swords. It saddens you, but and look at there's just so much here. So she's got this hat of power on, and on top of the hat, you know, she's got double sight, so she can see clearly with those goggles. And her hair, that's not blonde, that's gray, that's wisdom. She's looking back, you know, she's not crying. She said these swords that she's holding, you know, You'll always carry them. They'll always be with you. But it's not your badge of honor. You're carrying them away from this place, from this home, this building, this castle, this. You're carrying them away so they can't hurt anybody anymore. So nobody can hurt them, anybody else in this place with those. So that's what this is. New season is as a whole. This next card is going to be to represent your love life. The Nine of Cups. Alright, love life is, alright, so she's like at a casino. She's like the bartender, and all these cups are like, here, everybody have a round. It's like you're hosting, so your love life is like, you've got many options. Okay. And you're like, cheers, everybody. And you're just filling everybody's cups with, one, happiness, fulfillment. Alright, so this next card, this is going to represent your finances. This is Page of Wands. So this is you, Paige. This is someone who just come out of apprenticeship. This is someone who is going somewhere. But look, alright, so you're not showing anybody where you're going, but it's pointing in a direction. You got it on top of your head by source, by spirit. You've got a clear sight, and you're putting your, you know, like, look at her arm. She's like a bionic woman. So you are like, that's amazing. So you're like a machine, that arm. So like, so that's your work is in your arm. You're hiding it. You've got power there, and there's you're being guided by the top of your head. Like all you gotta do is like, wow. There's just so your finances is where do you want to go, and just be guided through this next. You're gonna be guided by your higher consciousness, and you know you're taking the stand. Wow, there's something. You're taking control. Your hand is, you're the machine of what you want to do with your finances. And you're going to take control with your clear vision of your higher perspective, what you want to do this next season. This next card is going to be, this is darkness. What will hinder you during this season? Ace of Cups. What will hinder you at this time during this season is, this is Ace of Cups is, you know, that's relationships. Spreading yourself too thin in your emotions everywhere. All right, that's the darkness that that may hinder you. You feel like, because there's so many new beginnings that you feel like your hindrance will be like feeling like you have enough to give. That's why it's important that it's important to receive from that perspective that that you know you're not the source. You know, all you gotta do is ask for it, ask for help, whatever you need. All right, this is gonna be representing the rising sun. What will flourish during this season? The High Priestess. What will flourish is clear sight, knowing that seeing the cards it's been laid out. It's gonna flourish what cards coming next, and you ultimately hold the cards and you see clearly now. And you're the high hat, and you know you made your own archway out of these damn time machine pieces. Oh wow! And I feel like that's like the cover from one of those tents that's picked up and being held up by the time machine. So, wow, you're being. Well, okay. I guess I just got some of y'all feel like, well, Spirit's been talking about, you know, shifting timelines, but like I saw it on the whole, like really, like even some of y'all are definitely really gonna be jumping timelines. Take it how it resonates. All right, this is last one is gonna be what this card is representing your personal growth. The Chariot. Look at her. Personal growth. You got that umbrella. I smoke ain't getting you. You're driving that own car. Oh my God. Was that? She's got them puppet strings that she's driving the car with. Look. Oh my gosh. So, this is representing your personal growth, that you know that you are guided, but you've got this umbrella covering you. You don't have to. The storm is being held back from you. You just keep going. Don't look behind you. And you just keep on driving the train. But that is like all of them put together. Oh my God, that's elephants. That's her own chariot. It's like these machine elephants, all the history, ancestors. This is also part of that hot air balloon and the other cards. All of these coming together. You have got so much personal growth. That's what's happening. So where do you want to go for your personal growth over this next cycle? That's what's happening. Three of Pentacles on the bottom. That's the ultimate theme of the whole next season. Three of Pentacles is about working together. It's about, they're all, these are three different people. One's got a blueprint, you know, he's a business-like man. But this one, she's like, you know, this salsa dancer, but she's got her tarot cards and she's dancing and showing someone the way. This lady's, you know, she's working and hanging pentacles, her values over the house. So this is the ultimate, a new blueprint. Someone you're being guided by, you're dancing your way, but to the beat of your own drum. You're following spirit and looking, and you're placing your values high. And it's about working together. And there's something significant about this scroll in her back pocket. You know, each has their own thing that they do well together. Like she's got, like she's writing something, she's got something, she's got her cards, he's got the blueprint, but they're all together, and it takes them all working together. And that up underneath, look, that's the gavel. I feel like that's the judge's gavel. This is the judgment that you have within you, your collective. That's coming up this next cycle. I don't know if y'all can see this, but Spirit's been talking a lot about squares. Look at his blueprint. See that square blue? A new blueprint in the home, a new blueprint in the career, a new blueprint altogether. This is more than three-dimensional. This is like foundations being put on top of each other, but mirroring each other. G equals T is the way up. I hear G. Well, there's something there if it resonates, but that's what I got for you. So take the rest of this time, really look back on the growth that you've had, and really start making a grounding, stable commitments toward this new season. All right. See you, so much love and light. Bye, y'all. Don't forget to like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share. It helps my channel grow. It's a new season.